on YouTube. All right, I am live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram all at the same time. That is weird and different, and there might be some lag because I'm seeing some. Anyways, guys, my name is Vincent Herman Vin the Human. Welcome to the video to inform you on what's going on in Phase 3, all the big changes that have been going on. But first, we got the whole spiel here. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you love it on the YouTube and all that. We've got the Facebook Sorta My Brand. We've got the Facebook Sorta My Comics. Like those pages. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like I said. Follow us on Sorta My Podcast, Instagram, and all of our personal social media is down in the description below for those of you who are on YouTube. Anyways, why am I making this video? First of all, guys, I just wanted to give some shout outs to some people who have been finally stepping up and helping to make this become a bigger thing. Now, we're only at like 100 subscribers on YouTube right now, like 40 some followers, whatever, on SoundCloud. We are getting some exposure. More people are checking us out. We're talking to more people. We got a sponsorship coming up, which is actually pretty fucking cool. We've never had anything like that before in the 10 years that I've been molding this thing into whatever it's going to be. And there are a few people to thank for that. First and foremost, I would like to announce that I am giving Odell the title of executive producer because that is pretty much the role that he's been filling lately. He is finally stepping up and doing all this stuff, and he's responsible for getting us the sponsorship, and it really is awesome to see him filling out this role and getting passionate for what we're doing and everything. Not that he's ever been like, oh, fuck this, but it's a different level. And it's been really awesome to see this grow in the past few weeks, almost month now. On the side of that, we've got Travis, my brother, Travis Neil Herman, Dr. T. Neil. He has been stepping up where he can. He's been putting a little more pressure on himself than I'd like, but he's been helping out a whole lot. His art is tremendous. He's going to be doing a new logo for us, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. And I would also like to welcome Bob back into the fold. Bob has already said, boom, I'm in. I'm coming back full time. And okay, so I think that was Odell trying to, yeah, all right. So, yeah, Odell says he jizzed all over the podcast. Yeah, I guess that's what I was saying. I don't know. But yes, Bob is coming back, and I don't know if it'll be every single episode, but I know he's going to be trying to do as much as he can moving forward. He is a very strenuous job, probably works just as many, if not more hours in the day than I do, and I work about 12 hours at my job. And that's the other cool thing about this is that we all have other stuff. We all have families and work responsibilities, and I mean, even myself, I have a very personal situation going on right now, and it's tough to do anything for this, to take it to that next level. And so it's really cool to see these guys stepping up, and we're getting new people on board. We've got an editor, Ricky, and he is going to be working on our YouTube content moving forward. It's really cool to have that because that's going to allow us to bring Edible Obscurities back the way that we wanted to here in Phase 3. New shows, we're talking about a video game streaming show. We're talking about a few different things. We're going to be taking the podcast live, which is, oh my God, I'm so excited about taking the podcast live. And again, I'm talking about that here in a second. But, and then to add one more name to the list, we have Tiffany. I talked to her today, Lady Tiff, Odell's wife. She is going to be doing some social work for us. We're going to be running a website for us, maybe a Patreon. We got to figure out the details. My mind's been firing off on this all day, like ideas, what we can do with it, what kind of incentives we can offer our fans, and just whatever else we can do there. So that's awesome. So I got this whole group of people now like working on this stuff with me. And it really is going to help out. And the only reason to do it this way is because we want to grow. We want to infect more people with our stupid opinions. And we can really only do that together. I can't do that on my own. I've tried in the past and it just doesn't work. I'm overwhelmed enough as it is, even with people taking all of this stuff off of my shoulders. So thank you so much, everyone. If you're watching right now, Bob, Odell, Tiffany, Travis, Ricky, whoever's watching right now, just fucking thank you. Like it really could never happen without you guys. And I'm so glad that we're finally working on this. It's been too long. We probably should have started doing this forever ago, but hey, you know, it happened when it happened. So moving on from that, what phase 3 has become. Originally, phase 3 was just we get the podcast caught up on YouTube, and then we start putting out Edible Obscurities again, really, and reaching out, trying to get more people involved, get new followers and stuff. And what it has become is much different because, and really all of this sparked at Lexington Comic-Con when we talked to Broken Icon Comics. And again, I can't elaborate on that any further right now, but it really has spiraled into us trying to add new content, pick up more people to help out just as talent or behind the scenes, like I was just talking about with the editor and website and everything. And so phase 3 has become a lot bigger than it actually was intended to be. This was all phase 4 stuff, and now it's all right here in phase 3. So I know how you feel, Marvel. No, not at all. It's much bigger. But anyways, the chaos of it all has just been crazy. And we're working on setting up some interviews right now. Bob is working on a cosplayer spotlight that we're going to be featuring on the Instagram and our Facebook page. We're really trying to get this Twitter thing down. I'm really trying to figure out this Twitter thing. I swear to God, we'll figure that one out eventually. But right now we got other stuff to do it. And I have actually kind of taken on a new role in all of this. Whereas it used to just be me, boots on the ground, getting out there, sending all the emails and making sure all the videos got edited and put up, and the writing and the planning and the scheduling. A lot of that has been scaled back for me now, and I have taken on the new role of like producer and showrunner, and just, I'm trying to work a little more behind the scenes, make sure everything goes smoothly, make sure everyone's talking to each other, communicating, making sure everything falls into place where it needs to be. And that has been different, but more manageable for me. I've always had kind of a knack for organization and just making sure pieces were moving the right way. And I really think that this is working out a little better for me. So I'm a little less stressed, but at the same time, I've got more work on my plate than ever. And that's where I am with it all. In fact, I'm going to be trying to scale back my involvement in the shows in general. You're not going to be seeing my face nearly as much outside of the podcast and Edible Obscurities. Those are still forefront on my list of all of this. But another thing I wanted to talk about was the rebranding that we're talking about. Sort of My Brand has kind of been a blanket thing that we haven't really ever mapped out. We never really decided what the hell is Sort of My Brand. And so we sat down and we talked about it this past weekend, and what I think we're going to be doing is we're going to be going, honestly, we haven't discussed anything outside of it. Nobody's come up with any better ideas. So I think it's safe to announce it right now that Sort of My Brand will be becoming a subject to change entertainment. And that is basically going to encompass everything that we do, from the shows, the podcast, all the social media, everything except for the Sort of My Comics page, because Sort of My Comics has always been its own thing. From when it was a comic shop to now where it's a nerd news page, it has always just existed kind of outside of that, as somewhat of a sister system or whatever you want to call it. But yes, we are rebranding to Subject to Change Entertainment, and that is going to help us network a little better. That is going to help us simplify everything, so it's not like, oh, hey, check out this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing. We're going to be changing the Instagram name. We're going to be changing the Twitter name, the SoundCloud account, the YouTube account. All of that is going to become Subject to Change Entertainment, and I'm really excited about that. It's about time we have something solidified and definite on that front, and we're going to be having Dr. T. Neal work on a new logo for us, and all of that's going to be happening very, very, very soon. So now that that's brought up, we could talk a little bit more about the website. We haven't really mapped out what the web is going to be specifically, whether it's going to have a connected feed to the Sort of My Comics page so you can get some of your nerd news there. Obviously, it's going to feature the YouTube channel and the podcast and all that stuff, but you know, there's a lot we can do with it and a lot of places that we can go. And apparently Mark thinks that the YouTube channel is dead. Fuck you. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot more we can do with that. And as far as the Patreon goes, the Patreon will be linked into the actual website itself. And hopefully what we can do with that is we can start offering you guys things. Now, obviously, the first things you think about are merchandise, putting together some t-shirts. And I'm not just talking like t-shirts with our logos on them. We'll probably come up with some funny random shit off the top of our heads and just sell them that way. But one idea that popped into my head today was setting up a sponsorship tier. What the exact price point of that would be, I don't know yet, but basically it would be a system where if you help fund our passion and our ability to buy better equipment, we will give you a shout out, an ad spot on the podcast and the videos and stuff like that. Again, the details need to be worked out, but yeah, now I'm thinking about doing some sort of sponsorship thing, and there's going to be a lot more than that. Obviously, your lower tier things will be like shout outs and shit like that, but we're going to be figuring that out too. So we're going to be going on Patreon soon enough. Hopefully within the next few months, we'll figure that out. But yeah, let me see here. Rebranding, merch, Patreon. Oh, yes. One other thing I wanted to talk about was, what is this new Sort of My Podcast Live? How is that going to work? And what we're basically going to be doing is our bi-weekly Sort of My Podcast show, and we're going to be doing the news up front, phone booth news, probably Fallen Heroes as well. We'll probably do the Fallen Heroes segment that way. And since we're going to be live, we can open up the floor to you guys, have a little discussion with you. Maybe we'll have a predetermined topic, and we'll talk with you guys about that a little bit. And then after we jump off the live feed, we will do our comic book section and just whatever else we had planned for that episode, whether it's interviews, maybe we don't do the Fallen Heroes live and we do that on there. And then it'll all get cut together and put on the SoundCloud. But the live video, for those of you who are on our on our Sort of My Comics Facebook page, for those of you who are subscribed to us on YouTube, that is going to be going up the day of. So the people who watch that are going to be getting the show on Saturday, and then our normal SoundCloud upload will be made on I just got paused and reconnected on Instagram. Sorry about that. We'll be getting put up on Monday as per usual. And as for the reason the one isn't up, actually, it is up on SoundCloud as of yesterday evening, and I'm uploading the YouTube video now. We had to reschedule Saturday to Sunday, and I've been editing all week. It was just stupid. I'm never doing it again. It has been stressful and crappy, and I hate it, and I'm never doing that again. So you'll never have to deal with these delays in the future. But yeah, anyways, that is just about everything I wanted to say on this. If you guys have any ideas for what you would like as incentives from the Patreon, ideas for the website, ideas for shows moving forward, because we're starting out with 3 shows specifically, I think, outside of the podcast. But we do want to do more in the future. We want to bring back STCWW, which was our comedy skit show. I want to start, really what I want from all of this, I would love to get back to just the filmmaking element of it. I just really enjoyed that back in the day. I've gotten so much better at it over the years. Like, I'm not Kubrick or anything, but I feel like I'm not utilizing that small talent that I had built, and I would really like to start doing that type of stuff, whether like just little action short films or drama or stuff like that. I would really like to start doing that. But yeah, what kind of content would you like from us? One of the reasons we're doing the live podcast is because I think we'll engage with you guys better. You can comment on what we're talking about while we're talking about it. And yeah, I really think that's going to work out. But yeah, please leave that comment down below what we can do to grow this, because it is growing. We're finally putting some money into it. We finally have some passionate people willing to back it up, blah, 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 blah. And I really think that this is going to be the next step for us. So anyways, like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you loved it. Don't forget to share on social media, because honestly, again, I can't hark on this enough. Sharing, commenting, these are the 2 things that get this stuff out of like just obscurity and in front of people. Because again, I could go through so much shit with you guys about like this post nobody paid attention to, 12 people saw it. This post 2 people commented on it and now 700 people have seen it, or 2 people liked it and 200 people saw it. So there are tiers of the way this works, and the analytics are all crazy, and the algorithm is dumb, and it used to be just about posting your stuff and people finding it, and now it's about playing the game. And that sucks, but you can always help us out with that. All right, guys. Again, my name is Vincent Herman, Vin the Human. Thank you very much for watching this. Those of you on Facebook, this has been Sorta my vlog, and now is the awkward part where I shut down all the live feeds. And we're going to start with, we're going to end the YouTube.